Wagwa popcorn.
With you, what's popping, what happening, and what's cracking.
I'm Selena.
Chantel.
Sabrina.
And Tanjanika.
We're from the Caribbean.
Jamaica.
And Guyana.
When we first came to New York, we thought everything would be gold, seeing celebrities every day, and life would be easy, but none of this is true. New York is dirty. It's nothing like the Caribbean. Fun on the beach and dance parties almost every day. One thing about New York though, we can't wait for the Labor Day parade.
We live in New York, but a yard we think there still.
This means we live in New York, but we will always love our roots. We all attend high school for global citizenship in Crown Heights. Around the school, there are different types of people. It's like a mini world in one neighborhood. We thought everyone in this neighborhood would be friendly, like in the Caribbean. Wrong. Asking for directions is hard. Some people tell us to speak English because of our accents. Also, of all the people in this neighborhood, we were most afraid to ask a Jewish person because we heard that the Jews are mean. They don't take showers, they cook only one time for the week, and they own everything in New York City.
People like the stereotype, and I think that when you don't know much about a community, then you make up things.
This is our U.S. history teacher, Miss Ali.
So when you don't know something, then you tend to create a lot of falsehoods, rather than asking the community, well, what is life like? Now, with the Jewish community in Crown Heights, they are kind of like a very close-knit group. So they really don't allow other people to come in. But because they don't allow other people to come in, people run and they make their own assumptions based on what other people say. I mean, have you spoken to any of the Jewish people in this neighborhood?
No, but we did get to talk to Mr. Aldubi. He's our music teacher. Are you a Jew, Mr. Aldubi?
Yes, I am Jewish.
I didn't even know he was Jewish. I thought he would have long hair on the sides, a beard, a little black hat, and we're all black. But he dresses regular, with pants and a dress shirt. And he's clean shaven, even his head.
You have different streams of Judaism. So you have Orthodoxy, which is, the strictest one, and then you have the conservative movement, and you have the Reform movement, and the Reconstructionist, and the Humanist one.
After me never know there's so much type of Jews there, but
That's part of four. I didn't know there were so many types of Jews. It's like how there are many types of black people in Crown Heights. It's very diverse. You can't really tell where a person is from by just looking at them.
all right.
Yes, Miss Ali, can you
We
tell
were
us?
in Miss Ali's room when we watched a short documentary called Living Apart. It showed us about Crown Heights 20 years after the riots. We couldn't believe there was a riot. We also learned that the Jews in this neighborhood are Lubavitch. The riots were between the blacks and the Lubavitch Jews in Crown
The
Heights.
incident sparked acts of vandalism and rioting directed towards Jews.
And all
And a few
because
hours
rumors
after the
spread
riots
like the
began,
flu. You can pass it on till everyone catches
Caused
it.
an uproar last night, but worse tonight.
We spoke with someone from within the community, like Miss Ali suggested. Ilana and her husband
My
David.
name is Alana.
David Spencer.
They're
and I am
Lubavitch Jews
Lana's husband.
who live in Crown Heights. They explained to us why they're separate from the rest of the neighborhood.
Because they have a belief that it's important to preserve Jewish culture and Jewish tradition. And there's a belief that in order to do that, we have to shelter the kids and maybe even the adults from outside influences that would take away from that.
We met with Amy Ellenbogen. She is the director of the Crown Heights Community Mediation Center. Amy was able to help us meet with 5 Chabad Lubavitch girls from a yeshiva high school around the neighborhood. We were all nervous, and we thought we might say something wrong. We went around to tell each other what we've heard people say about our own culture or about others. The room got quiet and kind of tense. Then Selena volunteered.
That we Jamaicans are violent. Yes.
Are you?
No, we're not.
Who says that?
Sometimes we could
People,
sometimes
other
we'll get angry, but we won't get out of hand, hurt anybody.
So who's the shooting people?
Huh?
Who does all the shooting?
I can't believe she just said that.
Different people from different places.
I felt offended at first, but then again, we were making assumptions about the Jews too. It hurts when you hear things that aren't true.
I think it's important for people to do more than coexist when they're from different backgrounds in the same neighborhood.
Like, should there be a
Yeah.
Jamaican community and Lubavitch community separate, or should they all be one big community?
So what would be more than coexisting?
to be able to work together.
To be friends together.
More
Okay,
interaction. Share.
That also means
Bond.
school together, eating together.
Yeah.
But you got also our religion has a lot of strict guidelines. We can't eat your food. We can't marry you. We can't. We don't.
It seems for the Lubavitch, it's often not okay for them to do things outside of the community.
The Orthodox movement, it developed during a time when people hadn't gained that value yet of insularity. And that's when a lot of Jews dropped their Judaism, just because the outside world can be very appealing, and the gefilte fish and the fedoras maybe not so much.
The bottom line, it just has to do with, between the battle between being in the modern world and holding true to the traditions.
There's a feeling like preservation of Jewish culture and Jewish thought is extremely, extremely important, almost more than anything else. And many other things are considered a threat to something pure.
In the beginning, we felt a certain way about the Jewish people because each of us had a bad experience or was given the wrong information. And from then on, we just made generalizations about a whole group of people. Now, when we see a Lubavitch person in the neighborhood, we won't think they're racist. But just because we're learning about each other doesn't mean it's going to be like a party where everybody is happy and having a good time. If people just talk it out and listen to each other, things should be okay in Crown Heights. We're rookie reporters Sabrina Smith,
Chantel Clark,
Selena Brown,
and Tanjanika Taylor.
Signing out.
Bye.